Hello everyone, you're welcome once again to another learning session. Today in our mathematics class we'll be looking at addition and subtraction without regrouping. Addition and subtraction without regrouping. I know some of us or most of us will be very good at this. But all the same, we're still going to go through it so that everybody will be carried along. And we're going to try as much as possible to make it come out as easy as it can be. Okay, so let's take an example. Example 1. So let's look at 23 plus 12. 23 plus 12. When we are doing our addition, it's very important for us to note the way we arrange our numbers. Okay, arrangement matters a lot. At this level, it may not be so complicated, but as you go higher, you're going to encounter bigger numbers and maybe decimal numbers, and then you will understand the importance of properly arranging numbers before adding or subtracting. So for this, we'll write the first number like that, ensuring that we do a total demarcation. We show that this part, which is the unit part, is totally different or separated from the other part, which is the tens part. So we write our 23 out, try to separate them, okay? This is the unit end and this is the tens part. Now the next number comes, you put your plus sign and you write the second number. And when you're writing the second number, always be mindful of which number stays in which position, okay? The numbers at the right end, they are the unit position, and the other numbers on the left side, they are in the tens position. And next you rule your lines. Okay, so this is the basic, this is the way your work is supposed to look. This is how it should look when you want to do your addition. Okay, so another thing you need to know is that when you want to start adding, you do not add from the left hand side. You always start your adding from the unit side, which is the right side. Okay, you start your addition from the unit side before you move on to the tens part. And as you continue learning, when you go further, you will see that the next part here is the 100 part, and then you have the 1000 part. So the important thing to note here is you start always from the unit end, move on to the tens part, to the 100 part, and so on. Okay, so let's start from the unit side. Here we have 3 plus 2. 3, let's count, 1, 2, 3. And 2, we have 1, 2. So let's add. Addition means join together, right? When we are adding, it means we are bringing things together. We are joining things together to get a bigger number or a bigger answer. So here we have 3. So let's count this together to know what 3 plus 2 will give us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So we have 5. 3 plus 2 gives us 5. Now we are done with the unit end. So we're coming to the tens column. So for tens, we have 2 plus 1. So we have 2 columns plus 1. This is 10. So we don't use, like here we use this circle shape, just small circle, to represent units. But in tens, normally we use rods. You know, those rods, we make them represent the columns for tens, because tens are always like, each is a stack of 10 units. So this is what we are using to represent our tens. So here we have 2 tens, and then here we have 1 10. Now let's count. How many tens we have? 1, 2, 3. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So here we have 3 tens and 5 units. Remember we did place value in our first lesson. Okay, we did place value, so you know that this is the unit end, this is the tens end. And so our answer here is 35. So 23 plus 12 gives us 35. That is quite easy, I believe. Okay, so let's look at another example. All right, so the next example we're going to look at is 61 plus 37. Remember, this is tens position, this unit. 6 tens and 1 is 61. 3 tens and 7 units, 37. So we're going to try and add these two numbers. Okay, let's go. So as usual, we're starting our addition from the unit side. Okay, so let's see. Here is just 1, so we have 1 unit here. But here is 7, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we are going to join them together because this is addition. You join together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we have 8 units. Now we move over to the side of tens. How many tens do we have here? 6. So like I said earlier, we use rods to represent tens. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 tens. Okay, and then here you have 3 tens. 1, 2, 3. So you have 6 and 3. And remember what we're doing. We are adding them together. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 6 plus 3 gives us 9. That means 61 plus 37 gives us 98. It gives us 98. Now let me quickly show you a strategy you can also use in your counting when you are adding. Like here we have 7 plus 1. You can just put 7 in your head and 1 on your finger. So you have 7 in my head. And after 7 you count the next number. For this 8, you get that. Then for 6 plus 3, you can put 6 in your head and then 3 on your fingers. So you say 6, 7, 8, and 9. You get your 9, okay? Whichever works for you is fine. We're just trying to show you different ways you can do the same mathematics or arithmetic, whatever. Just showing you different ways you can get this problem solved. Okay, so next, I would like us to look at subtraction without regrouping. Subtraction without regrouping. So the example here is 96 minus 42 in subtraction without regrouping. 96, take away. This is minus sign, that is subtract, or minus, or take away. So we are taking away 42, which is the smaller number, from 96, which is a bigger number here. Now you don't do it at once. This is how you arrange. As usual, the way you arrange your addition is the same way you arrange your subtraction. It's just the sign that changes and the way you are going to go about solving the problem. Okay, so we arrange like this as usual, and then we count our 6 units. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the difference here is in the case of addition, you count out the 6 units, you also count out the 2 units, and then you add everything together. When you're not counting, you count everything together to get the bigger new number. But in the case of subtraction, you count out only the bigger number, like we have done now. 6 is bigger than 2, right? So we have counted out the 6. We are not going to count out the 2. No. Why? Because out of these 6 units we have counted, we are asked to remove 2 from it. That is what minus 2 means. Take away 2. So from the 6 we have counted, we are going to take away 2. Let's take away 2. 1, 2. Now we have taken out 2 out of the 6. Okay? Now what you are required to do is count what is left. We have taken out 2. Remember, there's 2 here. So that 2 is what we have taken out now. So what do you have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you have left now is 4. So 4 units. Now we come to the side of 9. What we did on this side, we're also going to do here, though we're using our strokes, not circles. Okay, so let's show our 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? So we have shown our 9. Now what is the number we are asked to subtract from 9? Is 4. That means take away 4 from 9. Now we have counted our 9 strokes, which represents 9 tenths. What do we do? Take away 4 from it. So let's take away 4. 1 is out, 2 is out, 3 is out, 4 is out. So what do? Count what is left. Count what is remaining. So let's see what is left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we have left is 5. That means 9 take away 4, 9 minus 4, 9 subtract 4 will give you 5. Okay? So 96 minus 42 gives you 54. 54. So let's take one more example, then we go on to addition and subtraction with regrouping. So the next example we have here is 65 minus 50. 65 take away 50, 65 subtract 50 or subtract 50 from 65. Okay, so as usual we do our arrangement like that. The 6 comes under tens, 5 under units, 5 under tens, 0 under units. Okay, so what do? Let's count out the bigger number. Remember, in subtraction is the bigger number alone you count out. You don't count out the smaller number, unlike what we do in addition. So let's count out this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now the next step we're supposed to take is the number we have under, we're going to strike it out from here. We're supposed to strike out the number under from here. But because we don't have, the number we have here doesn't have value. 0 means nothing. 0 means nothing. So that means there is nothing we can cancel out here. Assuming the number here was 2, that means we would cancel out 2 zeros from here. If the number was 4, that means we'll cancel out 4 zeros from here. If it was 1, we'll cancel out only 1 zero. But in this case, what we have here is 0. And 0 means nothing. So that means we can't cancel anything from 5. So 5 minus 0, it remains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It remains 5. Okay? Now the next number, we come here, we also count out the bigger number, which is 6. 6 strokes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? We have 6 strokes. What next? We count and strike out the lower number, the number that is beneath it, which we are subtracting from it. We count it and strike it out from here. So what number do we have here? This is 5. The thing is saying that we should take away 5 from 6. That's what the problem is saying, the question. So let's do that. Let's count 5 and strike it out from this 6 and see what we have left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see that? So what number, how many strokes do we have left? Only 1. We have just 1 left. So that means 65 minus 50 gives you 15. That's the answer. So I hope it is clear. I hope it's clear. So now we're going to look at addition and subtraction with regrouping. This one we really have to pay a lot of attention to it. So we have an example here for addition with regrouping. Addition with regrouping. We're going to understand what regrouping means once we start working on these examples. When we work on them, you see. All right, so in the unit N, what we have here is a case where under unit you will get an answer that cannot fit under the unit. Remember, in our first lesson when we were talking about, when we were learning about numbers, digits, and all of that, we talked about the basic digits from which all the other numbers are formed. And I remember we talked about the fact that the single digits or the basic digits are 0 to 9. And we mentioned that 9 is the largest or single number under the units. Once you add an extra unit to 9, it becomes 10, and 10 can be housed under units. So 10 has to be converted to a stack of 10 and be moved to the position of tens. Okay? So when we are adding, whenever we add and we get a number that is bigger than 9, then we need to do regrouping. That regrouping means we try to work on the answer in such a way that only the unit part of that answer can stay in the unit end, and the tens part we move to the tens section. So that's what regrouping is all about. Let's see. When we let's continue working, you will understand it better. So let's count out our 8 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right? And 3 is what? 1, 2, 3. So what do we do? This is addition. Remember, that means we're joining together, we're adding together, we are putting them together. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is what we got. But does that look right? Following the rules we've tried to explore in units and tens and how numbers are fixed in these columns. Can 11 stay under unit? No, it can't, because the largest number we say can be under unit is 9. Now we have an 11. 11 is bigger than 9. So what do we do? If you look at 11, 11 has a number that is in the position of units and another in the position of tens. It's 1 10 and 1 unit. That is 11. 11 is 1 10 and 1 unit. So 11 cannot stay here. Instead, what we have is we will pull down. This is what we got, right? So you put the unit part down, which is this one here. You will keep it here. The other one, you will transfer it to the tens position. So the one for the unit end will remain under unit. Then the one for the tens position will be transferred to the position of tens. You cannot write 11 here. So you write 1 unit here and bring the 1 tens here. So the 1 tens now will be added to what we have on this side. That is what your regrouping is about. The regrouping is the splitting of this answer that you got into the tens and unit part, so that the unit part of it can stay here while the tens is moved to the tens position. Because if we put 11 here, it breaks the rule. Okay, so that means this is what we are doing, bringing the tens to the tens position. That is what regrouping is about. So 1 plus 2 here is 3, plus 1 is 4. So our answer is 41. Our answer is 41. Don't worry if you are not clear yet. We're still going to take another example, okay? Just pay attention. So the next example we're going to look at is 67 plus 26. 67 plus 26. Now let's see. We count that as 7 as usual. 7 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is minus. We're working on subtraction, sorry. Oh, really? No. It's plus. Okay, so as usual, we count out the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is addition, okay? Sorry about the mix-up. Now we have the two numbers counted. What do? We join them together. We add them together. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So can we write 13 here? Again, the answer is no. We can't write 13 here. It is wrong. Now let's look at 13. 13 is 1/10 and 3 units. So if you write 13, how do you write it? This is how you would write 13. The 3 is under units and the 1 is under tens. Remember we said 9 is the highest number that can stay under unit. Even if it was 10, you will have the 0 written here and the 1 moved. 10 can stay under unit, okay? So once a number is more than 9, what you do is you split the number. The part of it that is for units will stay under unit and the other part moves to tens. So here we have 13, and 13 is what? 1 10 and 3 units. And this is how you represent it. So what happens is only 3 we can put here. So the 3 units stays under units, while the tens, which is 1, comes to the column or section of tens. The 1 comes to the section of tens because it is just 1 unit. That's what we have here. So that one comes here, and then you add it to the numbers we have here under the tens unit. So 9 plus 6 is 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay, so that means 67 plus 26 is equal to 93. 93. That's our answer. I hope we understand this concept. I hope it's clear. Or should we take one more example? I think this should be clear enough, okay? So next we're going to move on to subtraction with regrouping. The important thing you just need to note here in the addition is that when you add numbers and you get an answer that is 2 digits or an answer that is bigger than 9, when you add these two numbers, or even these two numbers, when you add numbers and you get answer that is bigger than 9 from 10 upwards, you are going to split that answer. If you have 2 digits, that means the first part of the digit, the one to the right, is for units and the one to the left is for tens. So what you do, that number, you pick the one that falls under the unit and write it under your unit, and the tens, you move it to the column of tens. So that's just the thing to note about it. You can't write 2 digits as answer. Write the unit part down and move the tens to the section of 10, and you add everything together. You get your answer. So let's look at some examples in subtraction with regrouping. So the first example we're going to look at in subtraction with regrouping is 82 minus 64. 82 take away 64. So the first step is to arrange the numbers. Remember, 2 digits number, whenever you have any 2 digits number, they are for units and tens. Okay, so you split them. The one on the right end definitely goes under unit. You always arrange from the right end, and the other goes to the tens column. Okay, so this is the arrangement. This is how your work should look. Now we need to start our subtraction process. Now, looking at the way we worked in the first 2 examples we took of subtraction without regrouping, you found that the number at the top part here in the unit section, the numbers we used were bigger than the numbers below. So we counted out the bigger numbers, and then we struck out the numbers under the smaller numbers. We struck them out, or we cancelled them out. Okay, and then whatever was left, we took it as an answer. That was how we did the subtraction without regrouping. But if you look at this one, the case of subtraction with regrouping, you will find out that the number up here, which you're supposed to count and then take away the other number from it, is smaller. And it's not possible for us to take away something that is bigger from something that is smaller. We cannot take away 4 from 2 because 4 is bigger than 2. So what do? 2 needs help. Okay, so 2 has to come to this neighbor, the tens neighbor, to borrow what it needs. Now it just comes to the neighbor here like, I need help, and neighbor borrows 2, 1. This 8, 1 is taken from 8 and is moved to the side of 2. Now remember, this side is the side of tens. if you recall what we did when we did addition with regrouping, whenever we had a number bigger than 10, we took the unit part of the number and took the 1/10 to the other side, 1/10 rather. Now we are bringing 1/10 to the side of units. What do you think happens? Remember, this is your 10. 1/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is your 10. So whenever you are bringing 10 to this is what you are bringing. You are stacking 10 units together and bring it to the column of 10, and it becomes just 1/10. Now, if you borrow this 1/10 from the end of tens and it comes to unit, what do you think it is? It is 10 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This 1/10 that is borrowed from this 8 and brought to the side of unit is actually 10 units. Okay? So if you break it down, this is what you have. It's 10 units. Now that 10 units, you will now add it to these 2. It gives you 10 plus 2 equals to 12. Okay? So it becomes 10. So you add it to these 2. Now that's what we're going to do now. So we have the 1/10 we borrowed, which is equal to 10 units. And then remember, we have 2 units before. So 1, 2. This is the 2 here. And this other 10 here is the one we borrowed from 8. So the new number now is 12. This number now becomes 12. Okay? So 12 take away 4. It's now we're going to do our subtraction, because we have gotten a number that we can now subtract 4 from. 2 has been empowered and is now 12, because 1/10 came here and made it to become 10 plus 2. That is 12. So let's take away 4 from 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have taken 4 out of 12. What do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we have 8. Now I quickly wrote my 7 out so that I won't forget. You remember we came here to borrow 1. We took 1 from 8. So 8 can remain 8. If you take away 1 from 8, what you have left is 7. So that's why we have 7 here. So now you say 7 take away 6. Now let's count our 7 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have our 7 tenths minus 6. That is take away 6. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 take away 6. What do you have left? Just 1. So this is our answer. That means 82 minus 64. 82 take away 64 gives us 18. Okay, we're going to take another example. We take another example so that you will gain a very good understanding of this subtraction, that involves regrouping. So the last example we're going to look at here under subtraction with regrouping is 55 minus 27. 55 take away 27. Now again, if we look at the number that we need to take away the other number from, it is smaller. It is smaller. Normally, if the number is bigger, then you can just take away the number that is beneath it. But in this case, the number beneath this other number here is bigger. 7 is bigger than 5. So 5 needs help. 5 needs to be made bigger so that we can take away 7 from it. So the nearest neighbor to 5 the neighbor can ask help from is this 5 here on the position of tens, the 5 that is beside it in the column of tens. So this 5 comes to this neighbor and asks for help, and as usual, this kind neighbor offers to give 5 1/10. Okay, he offers to give 5 1/10. Remember, I said 1/10 means 10 units. So this is 10 units. Now you break it down, okay? When it becomes 10, that is bigger than 9, the highest that this point can take, it is stacked together, and then it comes to the side of tens as 110. But now 110 is coming to the side of units. So what happens? It goes back to its normal 10 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you break this down, it gives you this 10 units. So now 5 has gotten 10 units. It has been helped with this 10 unit. This is what you have here. This is 10. Okay? It comes as 1, but it's actually 1 and 0, which is 10. Okay? Then this 10 plus 5, you add the 10 plus 5. Remember, our 5 is still here. The 5 we have originally is still here. So we are now adding the 10 we got from the tens column to it. So this is our 5, our original 5. And the others, this 10 is the 10 we got from this side. So what do? Add everything together. That will give us the new number we have up here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now our new number here is 15, which means we're now going to take away 7 from this 15. 15 is a bigger number than 7, as we know. So now 5 has been empowered, it has become bigger, and we cannot take away 7 from it. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've taken out 7 from 15. What is left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what we have left is 8. Now remember, we took 1 from this 5. We borrowed 1 from this 5. 5 offered to help, gave out 1. So what we have left here is 4. Now you say 4 tens minus 2 units. Let's count our 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 take away 2. We have 1, 2. What do we have left? 1, 2. We have 2 left. So answer is 28. That means 55 take away 27 gives us 28. So please note that when you have a number that is smaller than another number and you are asked to subtract the bigger number from the smaller number, what you do is regrouping. So you go ask for help from the next column, which could be 100. Well, in your case, it is tens. So you go to tens. From unit, you go to tens, ask for help. Tens will always be willing to give you. So tens will give you 1, 10. Okay? And when the 10 comes, when the 110 crosses to the side of unit, it breaks down to 10 units. It's 10 units. So add it to whatever you have there. You get a new number, which is bigger than the original number you have. So that bigger number you now have, you will take away the smaller number from it. You will now take away the number you are asked to take away, and you get your answer. And whenever you do that, please always remember that where you took 1 from, the number has become 1 less. It will no longer remain the way it was at the beginning. It becomes 1 less. And then that new number is what you subtract the other number from, and you get your final answer. So here is where we're going to call it a day for today. We hope to meet again next week. Okay? So until then, stay blessed and stay safe.